Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another Wednesday weekly live stream that we do, primarily for our members of the Recruit Like Crazy family, our one rep a day family. We call it one rad family, right? Rep a day, one rep a day. And that is the premise of what we do. And my whole point is to help more network marketers to be able to recruit more business partners, to recruit more people into their organizations, to help them grow exponentially. All right. So welcome back. My name is Tracy Walker. I am a baseball mom. I am a documented seven-figure earner inside of the network marketing industry. I've been full-time in this industry since 2000, or this profession, since 2007. I've been very fortunate enough to make a lot of money in this and learn some things along the way that I share and I impart with all of you. I am a master recruiter. I have recruited over 100, 200 people in every single thing that I have been in. I'm working on a project now where I'm up to about 47. Okay, I'm up to about 47, and it's just been a little over a week or so, right? So we'll be over 100 people really soon, and then my whole entire intro here will be congruent again, all right? But I've been able to recruit, and I teach you this, right? It's not something that I think is unique to me. I think that it is something, it's a skill that can be learned. And I'm just leveraging what I know to help more of you. And then with that, I am a business automation expert, which means that I like to run my businesses where I do the small parts, the things that need me, I do them. But all the other things that really don't need me, I put systems and automation and tools and things like that in place because that's what business owners do. And in keeping with that point, we're going to move right into the topic of today's live and this broadcast because I titled this Network Marketers Aren't Really Entrepreneurs. Network marketers aren't really entrepreneurs. I want you to chew on that for a minute. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I think that is and how we can kind of bridge the gap a little bit, okay? How we can bridge some of the concepts together so that you are functioning as an entrepreneur versus just a network marketer, okay? And there's some very key differences in between those two things. So let me just start with the vision of what we're looking to do. Okay, especially as we move forward into 2024 and the people that I'm essentially looking to help. And I have literally had to go back to the drawing board a couple times on exactly how I wanted to position information, exactly how I wanted to communicate and the message that I wanted to relay to the marketplace because the message has to match the market in order for it to catch fire. And that's just with anything. And I'm a firm believer of that. I know that there's something that I want to do. There's people that I want to help. And I had to kind of go to the drawing board a couple times to figure out exactly how I want to convey this message so that the right people hear what I'm saying and that the people who want what it is that I'll be sharing can actually realize I'm the one that has it and vice versa. I can actually recognize the people who want it. So it is a mutually beneficial relationship where if I'm saying clearly and concisely what it is that I'm bringing to the table, and then you can recognize, yes, this is what I want, so you're going to come to the table, then we can sit down and we can have a wonderful meal and break bread together and not be confused as to why either of us are here. And what's on the table actually something that we both want to eat. Okay. And so the vision for what I'm doing is I decided, I've helped a lot of people. I've probably helped about 24, 25 people become six-figure earners. Okay. And I want to increase that number. And I also want to help some people become seven-figure earners as well. And the main difference between a six-figure earner and a seven-figure earner is essentially the seven-figure earner usually has figured out how to systemize what they were doing when they were growing through the six-figure ranks, right? Usually working up to six figures, there's a lot of manual labor, a lot of grind and grit and work, right? And you got to kind of climb your way up there. But once you get there, then you start changing up your strategy a little bit, right? Because now you're going to go from 100K to 200K to 500K to 900K, right? And so you start shifting and moving some things around. And once you figure out that sweet mix, That seven figure comes because that has now been dialed in. And so I do want to help more people to become seven figure earners, as well as the six figure earners that, of course, will grow through those phases. But I want to help empower 10,000 network marketers to really be able to build a true residual business around their opportunity, not necessarily the opportunity. And I'll talk a little bit about that. But business owners run a business. What network marketers do a lot of times, what we do is we just recruit people into a business, right? And what we see a lot in the marketplace, if you are in the network marketing industry, you'll see it from time to time. I think there's some things going on right now with a couple of companies and some people, some top leaders, and I won't say any names or anything like that. But companies can terminate you. Companies can, throw an arrow in your back. You can do that to the company as well. They can take your check, and all different types of things. And there are companies that have vowed that they aren't going to do that. They don't even have it in their terms of service. And those are really good things. Okay, those are really good things. But it doesn't take away the concept that that is not your business. That's the fact, that whatever network marketing company you're in, that's not your business. You are in that business and you're promoting that business and you are an affiliate or a distributor of that business, but that's not your business. Okay. So then the question becomes, well, what is your business? Well, what is it that you're doing? What do you bring to the table? And that's what we're going to talk about here. But my goal is I want to actually empower 10,000 network marketers to build a residual income, a business around their opportunity. Now, we want them to be able to make six figures and residual and seven figures within the opportunity as well. It's not an exclusion of that, but it's a simple shift in your understanding that you are building a business by which your network marketing business is a part of. It's a part of it. It is not the business. Okay. And so what is the real problem that many network marketers are facing? And as I see it, right, as I see it, um, many network marketers are not able to go full time, and they may want to. And I've seen it in multiple different companies over the years. It has nothing to do with this company or that company. I think it has a lot to do with the way that in today's day and age, network marketing is kind of positioned, right? And different people position it different ways, and it really can depend. What do I mean? Well, some people position network marketing as a side hustle, right? It's a side hustle. So, what do you think about when you think of side hustle? Is that something that you take seriously? Is that something that you're prioritizing? Is that something that you're going to commit to every single day? Or is it just a little way that you've got on the side that is going to help you make some money if you decide to put some time into it? And if you don't, it's not a big deal. So, that's kind of how some people position their network marketing business as, or their affiliation as, it's a side hustle. Okay, that's one way to look at it, right? Another way to look at it is a home-based business. All right, well, now if I've got a home-based business, well, now I've got an enterprise rocking, right? I've got some things I got to work on. I've got, organization. I might have some type of files, right? Maybe digital files, but I've got files. I've got management of people. I've got management of numbers and teams and projects that we're working on. You might even have, a team, logos, branding, right? Like a whole thing. And that's not the same as a side hustle, right? And so a person that's looking at your business as a side hustle, but you're looking at it as a home-based business, you guys are approaching it from two different ways. Then you've got people who get in it and they don't really know what to call it. They're just like in this opportunity to make some additional income, right? They're just kind of trying to make some additional income, add another income stream to what you're already doing. It's that kind of angle. And then with that kind of angle, it's just kind of like, well, I want to make money here, but I realize that I got to learn some skills. I don't really want to learn any skills, so I'm just going to talk to everybody, and whoever bites, bites, and then whoever doesn't bite, doesn't bite. And then if that thing doesn't work, then I'll just go find me another income stream to work, because apparently it must just be this income stream that people don't want, right? They don't want to buy whatever it is that this company is selling. I'm going to sell something else. And so depending on the way that people are positioning this in the marketplace, it will also attract to you people who are in alignment with your energetic display. Okay. And sometimes you don't even know that what you're giving off is not even what you want. So then you have to deal with the ramifications of your actions, right? And then that could be a whole nother ordeal. But network marketers in general aren't usually able to go full time because they aren't able to cash flow enough. Part of that is because they don't take it seriously. Part of it is that they don't even know they're running a business. Part of it may be they move from this or that too fast before they can really grab root in any one thing or not. It could be a combination of those things. It could be that they just shouldn't really be a person in network marketing, but it looked good and it sounded good, and the presentation was razzle dazzle, and they signed up. So there's a myriad of reasons why people don't go, but the bottom line is that they don't cash flow enough. You don't cash flow enough, right? Because if your network marketing business was generating enough income, then you would go full time because you would be comfortable enough to know that, hey, I'm making enough to supersede whatever my job income was or is, or, this or that. And you felt confident that it could sustain itself long enough that if you were to walk away from your job, that you would still be okay, that your family would still be okay. But that's not the case for 95, 96, 97% of the people. You're not comfortable with doing that, right? Even if you made some money, it's like not enough just yet, or you haven't made it consistently over a period of time that makes you feel a little less hesitant to move into the full-time realm. And so the goal there, the problem is that you don't have enough money coming from the business, from the opportunity. You don't have enough money, right? Um, and as I said, network marketers think that their opportunity is the business, is their business. So what happens is you're trying to pull all that you can out of the network marketing company because that's what you see the top leaders or the top earners doing, right? They are in a position where they are making all, if not the majority of their money from the network marketing business. I was that way before too. Okay. I was that way before too. But when you go through experiences and you go through life and you go through this particular business, what I've learned, and I'm just going to impart this on you, what I've learned is that you never want all of your income coming from a network marketing business. You can be focused on the business. You can be dedicated to the business, but you don't want all of your income coming from the business, because what happened with me was that I was $1 million earner in a company we were rocking and rolling for 7 years. Like, there was no reason why anybody thought that the company would come to an end 7 years later. But making, a solid, 60, 70, $80,000 a month for year after year after year after year, building a huge organization all across the world, teams of people, different languages, different countries, the whole nine, doing events every 90 days, having my baby, carrying my baby from event to event every 90 days, right? It is a lot. And when that company shut down, I had the realization that, dang, all my money went with it. The income had nothing to do with any investments I made, had nothing to do with anything else, but the majority, if not all of my income, really came from that network marketing company. It was good. We were on a high. And I've seen it happen not just with myself and other companies, and my company that I was in, but I've seen it in other companies. I've seen it happen to other people. And once you have it happen to you, your mind shifts and you say, okay, listen, I'm never going to put myself in that position again. I'm not going to quit the industry, but I know how to do it differently. I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time around, right? Or moving forward. And so I've made it a point from that period of time that I always taught people, and I always did it myself. I created a model where, I didn't create the model, but I created a model around my business where my network marketing company was a part of my business portfolio. It was not the business portfolio, because you don't control it. And it can go out of business at any time, or they could change the comp plan at any time, or it could be better for you. They could change the comp plan and it be worse for you. I've had that happen to me before, where I'm making $10,000 a month and then the company changes the rule and then now I'm at $4,000 a month, right? Like, well, wait, right? And then it happens overnight, and then your obligations and bills and like that. So you're fighting with the company all the time because they're changing up the rules, they're moving the goalposts, every play. And so you learn how to develop a moat around yourself where you are not subject to complete fallout and total financial disarray if a company were to make some changes that were not necessarily in your financial best interest. Okay, or if you have a team, a leg of business that does something strange and spins around and drops all the way down, drop it low to the floor, like they were all the way up here with millions of people and then they dropped it on low, now they down 1,000 people, like, well, wait. And your residual is based on that, right? So understanding that concept. And so why do I think that there is a lack of money, right? A lack of cash flow. In other words, network marketers aren't going full time because of no cash flow. But why isn't there enough cash flow? Well, there isn't enough cash flow because there's a couple reasons. One reason is there's a lack of marketing skill. There's a lack of marketing skill out there in the marketplace. And I know that we want to believe that you don't need to know marketing. And there are people that will try to convince you that you don't need to know marketing. And usually it's the people who stand to gain from you not going off feeling like you're distracted doing other stuff. For them, it's you doing other stuff because you're not looking at this bottle of water 1000%. But for you, it's knowing that at your own job right now, what if you didn't have training? What if you didn't have a period of time to understand exactly what it is that you're doing? In network marketing, they usually we throw people in and we're so busy trying to get a story in the first day, the first 3 days, the first 7 days, right? We want to get a success story so fast that we're throwing people into the fire. Their heads are spinning and we say ignorance on fire. Maybe that's a good thing for some people if they know how to handle that type of pressure. But for a lot of people, ignorance on fire is so uncomfortable. And not that this is about comfort and discomfort, because I don't believe in comfort, right? I believe that if you're going to grow, you're going to be uncomfortable at times. But what I am saying is it's one thing to just be completely thrown into the water with zero training whatsoever and someone telling you just go tell all your friends and family. And it's another thing with being trained on how to do it. And then after a week of training saying, okay, there you go. Your training wheels are on, start riding your bike. Those are two different scenarios. And what I've found in my experience is that most people start in network marketing and their sponsors like, all right, just go get 3 people, go get 2 people, like you just go get them. Okay, well what do I say here? Just say this, right? Okay, well then where do I send them? Send them to this, right? And everything is very kind of nebulous and ad hoc. And for those of us that catch on quickly, we'll catch on, we'll kind of figure it out as we go. We're self-starters. We take initiative, right? That's you. You know how to get things moving. You don't need someone standing over your back, micromanaging you, right? So you kind of pick up and you do what you do, but it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you still don't know what you're doing. Okay. So there's a lack of marketing skill. There is one strategy that this industry has been built on, which is the warm market strategy. And that's fine. Okay. But it's usually better warm market. We realized that, back in the early 60s or 70s, warm market, it worked so well because people didn't have cell phones. They couldn't get on YouTube and go research it. They didn't have a Google to go look and see who was at the top of the search engine for that particular topic. There was no discussion on Reddit about it. There is no community Facebook group about it. And there are no product reviews on Amazon to watch or go over. So what happens is when you're talking to people, word of mouth, it's just their experience. And that makes sense in an environment where everybody understands that. When we move into 2024, and now we have all these different other thorough lanes in which we can communicate with one another, to only focus on that one way is doing, in my opinion, a disservice to what is available to us in this age of technology. It makes no sense to just because you used to have a phone that was on the wall, that was corded, that was a rotary phone, that now you don't want anybody to have a smartphone or learn how to use a smartphone because they do the same thing, because you can still talk to your mom on your mobile phone like you can on your rotary phone on your wall with the cord, with the little spirally cord, the little cord like that, right? You can spit out, you can go. I used to sit at my mom's house and be on that phone, and literally I could wrap myself all the way around into the living room and sit on the floor. Right? And that phone was in the kitchen. Okay, and that's how long that cord was. You guys know when you're a teenager or whatever, trying to not hear everything, right? It was no call waiting. Your mind was busy if you was on the phone with somebody. Okay, you heard the little dun dun dun. Okay, so just because that was the way we used to do it, and now times have moved forward, it would be like saying you don't need to focus on those smartphones. Okay, those smartphones are a waste of your time. They cost too much. Those smartphones cost too much. Do you know how much this rotary phone costs? This rotary phone free. They built this phone in with the house. Like, I don't know, right, what it was, but $1,000, that's too much. You shouldn't be doing that, right? Could you imagine? Okay, so what I'm saying is, it's like network marketing is the only place that I can go, and because I know the place where I'm looking around at people, and people are like upset that you don't want to have shag carpet anymore. All right, they're upset that you want to actually upgrade your phone. They really don't like the fact that you want to talk to people like through AI or social media. Like they want you to like go to the thing, the phone, right? Or some people, or that's the strategy that they know. They say to go to the dog park and talk to people, or go out, right? And all this. So my only thing is, people that there's a group of people that works for. Okay, and we acknowledge that there's a group of people that works for, but there's a whole other group of people that does not work for. Okay, it does not work for, and those are the people that I'm talking to. The people where that other stuff works well, then you do that. You do that. This is not about telling you that there's something bad with that, because I don't believe there's anything bad with that. It's only these people that believe in a rotary phone that thinks there's something bad with the smartphone. The people with the smartphone acknowledge the rotary phone and how far we've come. We respect that and we honor that and we move forward. But I guess these people right here, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it because they don't want to have to learn it. Okay. If we make them step up, sometimes people don't want to have to feel like they're obsolete in a way, right? They don't know something. So they restrict themselves to what they know, okay? Because it just makes them feel better. Their ego feels better. And that's okay. But a lack of marketing skills. So all that to say that when these people who are the rotary phone folk are the leaders in a company or your company or any company, then you're only limited to learning what they're willing to teach because that's all they know. You wouldn't be able to learn anything else from them because they don't even want to tap into anything else by choice. But then you've got some people that are like, well, wait a minute, what about Instagram? Or what about this? Or what about text messaging? Or what about, ads or Facebook, or like, what about that? And these people will be like, oh, you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. But then you're on your feed and you're looking at all the people making millions of dollars, not necessarily in network marketing, but they're making millions of dollars because they're selling ads, or they're running ads and they're selling products and services to people who apparently are buying. And you're like, well, why can't I do this thing to sell what I am selling when there are apparently buyers? Because that's not what we do. You just go tell everybody that you know first, right? And then if they don't know nobody, then you just suffer. You just deal with it. You figure it out, okay? You just suffer through, baby. That's what we do in network marketing. What we do is we just grind it out. And I disagree. So marketing skills is one thing. Another challenge would be you don't really know how to get leads. Right? You don't know how to get leads. You don't know how to tap into lead sources. You don't even know how to get traffic so that you could get leads. You don't know these things. People that are on the internet, and I've been on the internet since 2008 when I first started learning these strategies. People on the internet, these are the basic principles for us. It's a fundamental principle for me to understand that I need to have a lead capture page for me to capture leads, for me to generate leads, and for me to be able to go to a place some kind of way and drive eyeballs to my website so that when people see it, if they like it, they put their name and email, and that gives me a lead. Like that is, I don't even know anything other than that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? Especially in today's day and age. And so not knowing how to get traffic is a problem. It can prohibit you. Not knowing that you need a lead capture page, that can prohibit you. Are there people that say you don't need a lead capture page? Yeah, but we're not looking to build super slow anymore either, right? Like you can't, I was talking to a young lady the other day. It's like, you're trying to build three to five people a month. That's not going to get you in the cash flow that you need. right? So if 3 to 5 people a month is not going to yield you the cash flow that you need to go full time, that's exactly what I'm saying. That you're building too slow, and you're building too slow because you don't even know how to get more eyeballs, i.e., traffic to what it is you're doing, what you're talking about. And then even if you do get the people to it, whatever you're saying to them on the page, it's not matching. So they're not giving you their name and their email. So then you don't even have leads, you don't have follow-ups. And so then you go and revert back to what already wasn't working, which is, well, I guess I go through this list again. Let me call up Auntie Betty one more time. Auntie Betty this time should probably be better, right? Maybe this time, Auntie Betty, I will explain it better. Maybe if I get Auntie Betty in on the phone with this person, she'll understand it, right? And so then you continue to chase your tail, all right? You got to be able to solve the problem that the people have. That's like it in a nutshell. You got to be able to solve the problem that the people have. And if you don't know what the problem is that your people have based on what you're really selling, because you're not clear on what you're selling, then you're going to always have friction with getting leads and sales. By the way, do you guys know what you're really selling in network marketing? You guys know what you're really selling in network marketing? Some of you guys think that you're selling products if you're in a product-based company. Some of you guys think that you're selling the service if you're in a service-based company. And really what you are selling from a network marketing standpoint, what you are selling from a recruiting standpoint, is you are selling people on the idea and the concept of freedom and residual income. That's what you're selling people. That's why my team has been called the Dream Team since 2011. Okay, 2011. You see, it says established 2011 right there. Okay, and the motto is freedom. See it, feel it, and live it. See it, feel it, live it. This is on purpose. This isn't just something random. This is well thought out. Because I want people to understand that this team, if people join me, this is about freedom. This is not about selling a bunch of, you know, pills and potions and lotions and this and that. And if I sell it, I sell it. But that's not what I'm really selling. What I'm selling people on is residual income and freedom. That's what I'm selling. So if you understand that that's what you're selling, then you got to ask yourself, are the words coming out of your mouth on social media congruent with that message? And if it's not, then you're selling the wrong thing, because the people that you're talking to want this, but you're so busy trying to sell them a bottle of water that they're missing it. But it's your fault they're missing it, because you're the messenger. You're the messenger. So if the messenger is spreading the wrong message, then don't be mad at the people who don't catch hold of the vision. They didn't even know you had a vision. You talking about this and that. Nick and knack, frick and frack. You talking about all this other ancillary stuff. When people do not want to sell stuff, what they want is freedom. They want residual income. And if they need to sell something, in other words, have financial transactions in order to get there, then how are you expecting them to get there? You don't want them to learn any marketing skills when they're selling stuff. So that's the reason why the cash flow isn't there, because you don't know what you're doing. And you're going off of excitement, which is not a bad thing to be excited. But how long is that false sense of excitement going to sustain you without any cash flow reminding you that this thing that you're doing is making sense? Because if the cash flow is low and your excitement is high, you can only sustain that for so long. And then eventually, as a normal human being, you're going to start to come down off of that high. And you're going to come to a realization that I ain't making enough money to be so excited. I want to be excited, but I ain't. And the reason I ain't, not because I don't love y'all or I don't love the company or I don't love the products, is that I'm not into this because of the products. I'm into this because of the way I wanted to change my life. And I don't see my life changing. It's kind of deep. But that's the reason. Okay? You don't know the right things to do. So your cash flow stays low. You never able to make enough money to go full time, and then therefore, you inside hustle lane. So what does all of this cost you? So by the time you do all of this, right? Let's say you a year or 2 or 3 in a company, or you go to another company, or like, what does all of this cost you at this point? Well, for one, it's costing you time. Time that you already know you can't get back. Time is your most precious commodity. So wasting a bunch of it isn't really something that people want to do, which is why people, this is industry wide, they will say that people, you got about 90 days for the average person, right? Primarily because the cost of the opportunity is high as well. And so you got about 90 days, because by the time a person figures out I'm not making more than what I'm spending, that takes about 90 days. Now, I think it's ironic that a profession knows. A profession is able to tell you that it takes about 90 days for a person to wake up and smell the coffee and realize, hey, shit, I'm not making enough money here, right? It's kind of weird that they're okay with that. They're okay with you not making enough money, okay? But they just try to get to you within the 90 days. I'm the person that's like, well, wait, why why don't we just show them how to make more money? Why don't we just do? Why do we keep talking about this rotary phone again? Why do you guys keep bringing the installers for the shag carpet to the event? What does the shag carpet have to do with what we're doing in 2024? That's me. I'm the person, I'm the weird person in the back of the room trying to figure out why are all these rotary phones on the stage, and why are people teaching us how to get on the rotary phone and call our friends and family when we're literally on YouTube while we're at the event because we're bored at the event. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. I'm that person that's asking the question, well, why aren't we just teaching the people what to do? I'll let you marinate on why you might think you don't know what to do. But it's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you energy, because that 90 days of excitement, and then you come down off your high, you're like, okay, I want to do it. So then you go to another company and you try to figure it out. You get a different sponsor, you get a different group of people. You might feel good, feel better for a moment. Then you finally realize it's the same thing. Even if you changed products, it's the same thing, right? It's the bottom line is that because you're selling this, you're not selling the thing. You're not selling the thing. You're selling this. Well, not water, but you're selling the freedom. You're selling the residual income. And you got to wrap your mind around what those people who are looking for that, what they truly want. Trust me, it ain't your hair care campaign. Okay, that's not what they want. Are they willing to sell the hair care campaign to get that? Yes, but you're leading with the hair care campaign. They don't want a hair care campaign. They want residual income. It also costs you confidence, because over time you start questioning yourself. Have any guys ever heard of this thing called like imposter syndrome, where it's like you want to talk to people about how they can make a lot of money, but you're not making a lot of money. You don't really know anybody that's making a lot of money. You might know like 2 or 3 people that's making a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's not a lot of people that's making a lot of money. And so your belief system starts to go down. You want to believe, but it's hard to believe. And so you feel like you're saying something that's incongruent to who you are, right? An imposter, in other words, like you're not the true, you're representing something that is not true to you. You're an imposter, and they call it an imposter syndrome. Like, you don't believe that you're the person that can deliver this, because you don't even have the self-image of yourself being that way. So it becomes imposter syndrome. It's costing you your confidence. And this should not be a place where we cost people confidence. This should be a place where we bring confidence and help people to uplift their confidence and regain confidence, or uncover confidence, or if it's down deep, help them to pull it back to the forefront or whatever, right? We don't want to create lack of confidence. We want to create the confidence itself. And that comes from helping people know and understand what they're doing. I'm going to share something with you guys. It's so weird. It's so weird. Let me share this. I'm going to go to my phone, because my son had a batting practice with his coach today, right? And his coach said something, and we decided that we were going to record it because he wanted to put it on his Instagram, right? I'm going to play this, and I want you to hear what my son's hitting coach was saying to my son, who's 9. My son is not in network marketing. He's playing baseball. And I want you to hear the coaching and the message that he was sharing with Josiah, because it's exactly what I'm telling you here as an adult. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me make sure my sound is up. And you guys, okay, hold on. I think this is it.
So, you're only nervous when you get on the pavement, right? I'll start messing up myself.
Well, here we go.
Keep on.
Edit. Okay, wait, hold on. He needs to edit. Hold on. Let me see. One more time. Let me go.
Right. So you're only nervous when you're unprepared, right? And are you prepared when you? This always have my record.
Oh wait, hold on. hold on. We gonna get it.
So you're only nervous when you're unprepared, right?
Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where's this part at? Hold on. I did it twice. Here we go. Let's start again. I'm so sorry.
You're only nervous when you're unprepared, right? So when you're prepared, you should never be nervous, right? So what's 2 plus 2? When you're nervous to answer that, see, that shows a prime example what happens when you're prepared, right? Anytime you're prepared for a situation, you should always feel confident and come out on top. Anytime you're not prepared for a situation, you're going to feel nervous, shaky, and feel like you don't know what to do. So we practice how we play, okay?
Okay. Did you guys hear it? Type in the comments. Did you hear that he said, you're only nervous when you're what? When you're unprepared. He said, you're only nervous when you're unprepared. It doesn't mean excited. He's like nervous. You're only nervous when you're unprepared. But when you're prepared, you operate in confidence. You're not nervous like that. You might have like butterflies, like a little, whatever, but you're not like shaking in your boots and like, oh my God. In other words, Josiah, if you know how to hit this ball, when you step in that batter's box against that pitcher and you're prepared, you're not nervous, bro. Because you already know what you're doing. The only reason you would be nervous stepping into the batter's box is because you're not prepared. You don't come to practice. You don't understand the pitches. You don't know how to swing properly. You don't know how to assess whether it's a ball or a strike, whether you swing or you take it. You don't know these things, right? Well, Josiah knows these things, but the point he's making is that you're only nervous when you're not prepared. So I said, that's novel. His name is Jamal. I said, Jamal, that is absolutely amazing. I said, because literally I'm that girl that's trying to figure out, why do we keep throwing a bunch of unprepared people in front of a ball that's coming at 100 miles an hour at their face? And we tell them, just swing the bat. I don't think that's what we should be doing. Okay. So you're losing your confidence. And once the confidence goes, you can hang everything else up. Okay. So we don't really want to lose that, on top of the fact that the money is low. So I've taught skills like in our Facebook group, right? The 1 rep a day Facebook group. You guys know I have taught skill after skill after skill after skill after skill. If you look at that featured section at the top of the Facebook group, you will find resources. If you go to the guides section, you will find trainings I've done week after week after week after week, all free trainings. The resources, they're not necessarily free resources, but they're resources. I've got boot camp. I've done personal coaching. I've got script books. I got everything that a person who wanted to learn it like this, the rotary phone, I got everything for the rotary phone for you to master that. And here's what I've found. Even in me providing all of that, very few people still are recruiting people. Okay, so why then? Okay, so then is it just that you don't know the skills? No, it's just like you're talking to the people who don't care where the practicing of the skills, that you don't get better at them. So they're kind of like, they're good skills to have, but they're kind of like outdated skills. It's like if you've ever had a profession where you have to have continuing education, you guys, like if you're a hairstylist, I know hairstylists do this, right? You go, you get your license or whatever, you do hair, but you can't just be in the salon doing hair for 30 years and you never go back for continuing education. You want to color people's hair, but you never go back for what's new, what the new mixes are, what the new colors are, the new processes that they bring to place. You want to flat iron hair, but you don't know any of the new products or any of the new ways of doing anything. Like you just stuck in the way it was when you got your license in the basement from 1925. And now you don't want anybody else. All you can teach people is what you knew at that time. Well, then here you go. It's 2024 and you got somebody who's trying to figure out how to do ombre, and you're trying to convince them you don't need ombre. You just need one color. Why do you need 2 colors? 2 colors, that's crazy. right? That's crazy. That's stupid. Who wants to do that, right? And they're brainwashing you into thinking, yeah, why does somebody need two colors, right? Yeah, like, because that's the style, right? And you trying to keep up with today, and you don't want a French roll. That's why, because you don't want to do a French roll on somebody's head. What you don't want to do, you don't want to do crimps. You want to do crimps. You want to do other stuff because it's more congruent with what people are doing today. All right. And so it's that I'm teaching you skills because these are core skills. They can't hurt you because they're communication based skills. But if I'm teaching you the skills and you're going out there and you're not getting really any traction or any responses or anything back from the marketplace, it's because the market isn't responding to those skills in that way. So then you need to now realize what you got to up your skills. Well, where are you going to up your skills to? The internet. You're going to have to up your skills to the internet. And that's essentially where we are. So let me ask you this. What if you could actually learn how to take the marketing skills that the core marketing skills like communication, and what if you could learn how to communicate on a page, a web page, where you don't have to physically say it, but where it's already written? What is already written for you. In other words, you don't even have to do it. Somebody else understands what the message, the freedom, the residual income, make money online message is. Somebody else has already researched that and understands that. That person has already put together a website with the message on it. And what if you could get access to that where you didn't have to do it at all? What if you could actually have a machine working for you where it's doing all of the selling, it's doing all of the telling? It doesn't mean that you don't ever do a presentation for your network marketing business, but I'm just trying to figure out, why would I ever want to do a presentation for my network marketing business if I had a machine that was kicking out gold every time I hit the go button? Why would I want to step in there and get in the mix? Well, it's because I would have this belief system that I need to be present. And that belief system comes from a lack of belief that you can have a business and a life at the same time. I don't lack that belief. I hold true to that belief that I can have a business and a life at the same time, right? Because I've already done it. So I know for a fact that I don't have to stand up every Tuesday and Thursday and do a physical live presentation. I know I don't have to do that. Because if I start doing that, then what I'm going to want are other people to eventually replace me. So now I got to teach you how to stand up there every Tuesday and Thursday and do a presentation, but then you don't want to do it every Tuesday and Thursday, or you can't commit to it every Tuesday and Thursday, or you got other things that you've got to do. And so what does that do for a team? It means all the weight falls on me because I don't have any leverage in my team. So I'm stuck doing this manual thing forever. But what if you could just have a machine that could actually do all of that stuff for you? What if the machine actually streamlined all those different things for you? What if the machine streamlined the lead getting for you? What if the machine streamlined the communication with the leads for you for 30 days? What if the machine continued to present a sales offer and a sales message that allow you to make money, not just today, but in a residual fashion? What if the machine allowed you to show your network marketing presentation within the machine itself, such that automatically the people that come through would be able to see your network marketing presentation? Why would you need to stand up there and do one if you could have 100 people a day come through the machine? 100 people a day coming through the machine and 100 people seeing it is going to kick out a much better output with me being at the beach than me sitting here trying to get 10 people on a Zoom and spending an hour and a half of my time in front of a computer and a ring light. What I'm saying to you is that, could you do it the rotary way? You can. But it's 2024. The people that you're looking to join you don't want to do rotary. So even if you sell them on rotary, they're not going to be present when you need them to. They're not going to step up into leadership roles like you need them to. They're not going to make themselves available for events the way that you think that they should be. You know why? Because they're in it, but they're not really in it. They're not passionate. They're not excited about nothing because this ain't fun. Now, I'm not saying everything needs to be whoop-de-doo swinging from the rafters. What I am saying, though, is that people do need to have a connection to what they're doing. They want to. They want to have a connection to what they're doing, especially if it's a side business. Like, who's going to spend a whole bunch of hours and time in something that they're not even fully engaged in, on top of the fact that they're not making no money, on top of the fact that they just got to talk to friends and family? That is a disaster formula. Look at the industry as a whole. The industry as a whole doesn't have 95, 96, 97% failure rate because we're trying to teach people the internet. The industry has that failure rate because people were failing way before the internet even hit. Way before I was on the internet in 2008, learning what a funnel was. The people were already, 97% of people were failing. It wasn't because of people like me trying to show people a different way. It was because people were already sick of that. But there was no other way. And the only people that were in the leadership positions were the people that had already made all of their money teaching it this way. So who were you going to learn it from? So what if this machine was able to understand that, because the people who put the machine together understand that, and they made it so that if you just continually put the right people in, that you're going to have the right people coming out. You make money, you get emails, you get deposits. And is it just rainbows and unicorns the day that you step in the door? No. There are some things that you got to learn, but you're leveraged from the beginning. You're leveraged from the beginning, which means when I enroll someone, I can enroll someone, and when I give them the business in a box, guess what? I'm giving them leverage in a box. Might I need to teach them a few things? Might I need to guide them on a few things? Might I need to share and redirect in a few areas? Absolutely. That's what leadership is. We're not ridding ourselves of leadership. But what I am ridding myself of is trying to teach you how to present when you're not a presenter. But I know in network marketing, the person in front of the room is the person that makes the money. So me knowing that the person in front of the room makes the money and I can't ever get you in front of the room means I don't really believe in my heart you're going to ever get to the money. So we're wasting time again. Teaching you how to prospect. Do I want you to prospect? Yes, I want you to prospect, but I want you to be able to prospect lots of people at the same time, because we do have to play the numbers. You prospecting one person every 3 days is not going to get us to financial freedom. It's just not going to get us there. Not in the next 12 months. Sure as hell not going to get there in the next 3 to 5 years at this point. You'd probably be fired from your job at that point. I'm not wishing that on anybody. I'm just saying nobody can guarantee they're going to have a job in 3 years. Can't even guarantee you're going to have a job in 3 months. So you've got to have this leverage working on your side from the get-go. And if you can get leverage on your side, and then when you're out in the marketplace and you share a machine with someone and they can listen to the video, watch the video, and realize that, yeah, I want leverage too, from the get-go, they buy. People buy what they want. So if they're not buying, it's not what they want. Now you can try to convince them, but you convince someone against their will, they're of the same opinion still. It will be a matter of time before they cancel, refund, disappear, not show up. And then next thing you know, you're like, oh, I signed up 3 people, but nobody's duplicating. Nobody's working. Yeah, because they don't want to do what you're doing. They're not connected to that. They just here for the products. Okay. So what if you could do that? And what if you could have this streamlined, systemized machine working that helps you build the network marketing business? That helps you build the network marketing business. Now, I started this off and said network marketers aren't really entrepreneurs. See, entrepreneurs have a business. Network marketers think their network marketing company is a business. Entrepreneurs understand that if I were to become an affiliate of a company, that company is not my business. I need to have a business that encompasses what I'm willing to be an affiliate of. So let's talk a little bit about the 3 things that you want to have to start bringing this thing home. 3 things that you want to have, okay? Number 1, you want to have a partnership with your network marketing company. A partnership. You're an affiliate, right? You're a distributor. You are a partner. You are a member. You are a something, but you are 1099 at the end of the day. Whatever they call it is what they call it. You're not an employee. You're not a founder. And you are not at the corporate office running the show in any capacity, one way or another. Your only job here is to go make sales. That's it. And the more sales you make, the more money you make. And the more sales you can help other people make, the more money they make, the more money you make. That's it. That's not your business. So number one, you got to realize that you are creating a partnership when you join a network marketing company. But what's the partnership? Well, you should be a business and they're a business. Just like in a marriage, you bring something to the table and the other person brings something to the table, and then the two shall become one because they realize that we complement each other and we have the same values, we have the same morals, we have the same parenting, we have the same ideas and outlooks on money, right? We're compatible, right? We are attracted to one another. All of that stuff, that's what makes it a partnership. So you got to bring something, the company brings something. What you should be bringing is a business, not just like yourself. Like, okay, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? Okay, well, now you're bringing your burden. Now you're bringing a burden to the business, right? So what I'm trying to teach you to do is to have a different framing around this. So you want to, when you join your company, you're in your company right now, shift your relationship that you have with your company in your mind from being, oh, I'm just a rep, or I this, well, I work for this company. No, you don't. You're a partner. You're an affiliate. You have an affiliate relationship that if I make sales, y'all are going to pay me. That's it. If I make sales, y'all going to pay me. You ain't got to be in love with them. They ain't got to be in love with you. Should you like them? Yeah. Should you like what you're doing? Should you like the people you're working with? Yeah. But you ain't got to be all buddy because the relationship is an affiliate partner relationship that you will probably build some personal relationships with people along the way. But the relationship that you have with that company is contractually bound with the 1099 that you can go away anytime you want to. So you're not an employee. Your business joins that business. That's the first thing that you need to understand. The second thing that you need to understand to make this whole thing work is that then you need to get you some business. So you're a business that's now affiliate and an affiliate partnership with another business. Okay, but if you don't have a business, you need to get yourself a business. How do you get yourself a business? Well, you got to understand what the business is that you're in on the internet. You're in the business of people. You're in the business of solving the problem of generally money. That's what you solve. You solve money problems for people, and you market this and you share this. And when you bring people into your fold, they should be in your ecosystem first because you did all the work. They should be in your ecosystem. And then through your affiliation, you make a recommendation. Through your affiliation with this company, you can now recommend the person that you brought into your ecosystem. You can make a recommendation that they join this company because this company is going to be part of the fulfillment of their true desire to improve their financial position. But that's not what we do in network marketing. Network marketing, you're trying to just get people to sign up. You don't even care if what you're saying is viable. You're trying to sell them on how great your products are. You're trying to sell them on how easy it is to go get two people. You're trying to sell them on how the compensation plan is the best compensation plan in the world. You're trying to sell them on how this and sell them on how that. And they're sitting there and they're listening and like, that look like work. But I don't know anybody. Oh, I don't feel like selling. Oh, I got to talk to people. Oh, well, what about these products? Are they good? Are they FDA approved? Well, do they work? Well, can I try it first? You got some samples. You can say, it's all of this going on because you haven't hit the core issue. They don't see how they're going to get to where they want to get to with what you just said. So you got to go through all this hoopla to bring it home for them, which in a lot of cases, you don't really get a chance to bring it home. So how do you get you some business? Well, if you're in the online world, you get yourself some business by doing these things. You get yourself something to sell. You get yourself a system to sell it. And you find a way to feed that system every single day, come hell or hot water. That's your business. Get yourself something to sell. find a systematic way to sell it, and find a way to feed that doggone system without fail. That's your business. Something that you're selling, a systematic way to sell it, and learning how to feed the system so that the system is always full with more people that can come in and buy something that you have. Now, traditionally, some of you guys know that you purchase some of my stuff. Normally, you got to create your own digital products. Normally, you have to go out there and create your own stuff in order to have an ecosystem before you can recommend somebody to something, which is what I've had in the past, right? But what if you didn't have to create the something like me? What if you could just get the machine I was talking about earlier, and the machine already had something for sale, which was the machine? What if the machine itself was a product? And the machine owners allowed you to sell that product, and they paid you to sell that product, and they paid you monthly residually for every person you sold that machine to. That machine then gave you your leads, you got buyers, all of your people, you got everything right at your fingertips. And now that you have a buyer, now that you have a real person in your business, now that you've had a transaction, now that you've really made some money, now that you are actually in a financial relationship with someone, now you make a recommendation to your network marketing company, and now you have leverage. By the way, here's what I think you should buy. By the way, here's what I think you should focus on. By the way, here I think you should align yourself with this. Here's what I'm aligned with. I recommend you align with it too because of these reasons. But you need to go ahead and align with it. What if the system let you sell the system, pay you to sell the system pays you residually. You now recommend people to your network marketing company. They buy it because now you've got leverage. When they buy the system, they bought the system because they wanted a system. That's why they paid for it. Now you're helping them to put things in their system that they can sell because you've already figured out how to put things in your system that you could sell. So now you're making money in what we call the front end. You're making money through your opportunity in the middle. And then you've got money on the back end of your opportunity through your residual income compensation plan or whatever that stuff is. And you got money in the middle from the other ancillary products that the system offers that you can sell to people that you don't physically have to sell to them. They're going to go through the machine, and the machine does all of the selling for you. So what if you had a business that you could sell something, and then the system that's going to tell you to sell to something, you're going to sell. That's what you're selling, is the system. And all you had to do was figure out how to feed the system. But what if the machine also gave you ways by which you could feed the system? And by you merely feeding the system, you make money on the system, and you make money in network marketing business, and you can still have something of value that you're offering to people that you didn't have to create. What if you could do that? Well, that's what I'm offering you. That's where we are today. We were there back in 2011. That's when I made millions of dollars. 2010, 2012, we were already doing it then. But some kind of way we got away from it a little bit, and people started doing different things, and we kind of went back to the rotary phone a little bit. Then we realized, oh shoot, that doesn't work. We got shocked, right? Got shocked by that. Like, oh no, can't touch that again. And you kind of started moving around. And then you find yourself coming right back around to the thing that was designed to help you make all the money, which made money in the first place. And you saw all these other people make all the money. This is the thing that did it. The solution is to the problem of not making enough cash flow, why you can't go full time, is instead of focusing on skills that don't work or that other people don't want to learn, how about focusing on the marketing skills that allow you to then reach the people and sell them what they do want to learn, what they do want to have access to. And now you're able to start building up your cash flow while you're still building the network marketing business so that it's not disjointed. It is streamlined. It's all in one thing. And now, if you feed the system, the people that come through automatically get exposed to everything else. Doesn't that create less stress for you? Doesn't that relieve the hassle of having to take everybody through this process, and we got to do a getting started this and a getting started that every time? And it's like, well, how do I do this and how do I do that? And there's no resources. And if there are resources, you got to go and create the resources. Or if you're going to go to your upline for resources, it's dependent on what they believe the resources should be. And these aren't the resources you would really want to use. So then you don't give it to your people because it's out of alignment. Then your people don't have nothing. So then there's all this other stuff. So then it's not a system anymore, because now everybody can do what they want to do. McDonald's in Atlanta could have golden arches, but the McDonald's in New York could have blue seas if they want to. That's not a system. It's not a system if the Popeyes chicken in California doesn't have the orange pea. It's not a system if they have a white N. Like, that's not what it is. You don't get to change all this stuff up. A system is designed such that, like a franchise model, it kicks out on predictably, statistically, it kicks out a percentage of result that is to the benefit of the person who owns the system. So now all we really have to do is help the person get good with the different ways of feeding the system. I don't have to teach you how to build a system. I don't have to teach you how to create a system to sell. I don't have to teach you how to build pages to systematically expose people that come through the system. I don't have to teach you how to have checkout pages. I don't have to teach you how to go get have an autoresponder. I don't have to teach you how to write emails. I don't have to teach you how to do any of that. All I got to teach you how to do, in conjunction with the resources already made available by the system, that's available to everybody in the system in the same exact format, is to just help you as a coach refine the way that you feed the system. Kind of like how my son's batting coach helps him refine his ability to hit the ball more of a drive down the middle. That's all. That's all. And if I'm going to run a business online, I like knowing that my job description is feed the system. That's what I got to do. And the people that come out, put them in a Facebook group. But oh wait, the system does that too. The system, step one in the system is getting the Facebook group. So if you guys notice, everybody's in a Facebook group. That's part of what we're doing. Did you invite them there? Did you have to send them a welcome message? You didn't have to. They're already there magically. How? Because it's a system that does that. But in your network marketing business, that's not how it works, is it? You got to go, you sign the person up, then you got to go find them, friend them. You got to get them join the Facebook group, send them an invite. You got to be their friend first, so you can send them an invite. Then they got to get in, but you're not friends with them first. Then you got to go find them. They're not on Facebook. Oh Lord, that ain't on Facebook. Now you can't find them. You can't plug them in. They don't know when the training is right now. It's a hassle. Now you got 10 people missing out your team because they're not plugged in. Next thing you know, 90 days, they're gone. They were gone, but they were never really in because you never got on Facebook. What they want on Facebook. Like, it's insane the amount of work that we do for an affiliate commission. You're not doing high ticket stuff. You're doing affiliate network marketing commissions. So you think you should be working that hard to make a little bit of money? Who's brainwashed you into thinking that you need to work that hard to make a little bit of money? Now, I'm a firm believer in working. Working, absolutely. If you don't work, you don't eat. I'm a believer in working. I'm not a believer in working so hard that I run myself in the ground, that even if I do make a sale, all that sale is going to do is help me to get a combo meal at Chick-fil-A for today. Okay. We've got to start making some changes. So I said, you want to create a partnership. I said, you want to get you some business. And within getting the business, how do you get the business? You find a product, find a system to sell the product, and then you feed the system. And then the third thing, because create a partnership, get you some business. The third thing is learn how to CEO your biz. Learn how to CEO it. See, some of you guys have never got to the point of learning how to CEO your business because you don't even know you need to CEO your business. You don't even know that you have statistics. Like if you were running a real Fortune 500 company, you would need to know what your quarterly earnings were. Like, how could you be the CEO of BP? How could you be the CEO of Coca-Cola? And you don't even know what the annual earnings are. You don't even know what your quarterly earnings were for last quarter 2023. You don't even know how many new customers you had. Nobody briefed you on that. Like, I'm not saying the CEO sits there and they do all the research, but they've got teams of people that brief them on what the status of the business. There's something called board meetings, right? Advisory board meetings or executive board meetings, right? And the shareholders and people, they know what's going on. They know what's going on. The board of directors, they know what's going on. You're on your own board of directors and you're so busy trying to figure out why you don't have anybody to talk to sell this product to. You are not even looking at whether you've made any money or not. Who's CEOing your business? Oh, nobody, because you didn't know you had a business. You thought your network marketing company was your business. Well, you ain't CEO in that. Your company got a CEO, don't they? So you're not CEO in that. So what are you CEOing? Nothing. You don't even have a business, but you will. You will and you should if you follow the steps that I just went through here with you on today. To CEO your business, yes, you need to have a vision for what you're doing. Why are you doing this? What's the vision for where you're going? Why do you want to do it? Who do you want to do it for? What is it going to take for you to do it? That's the vision of everything. As a CEO, you have to evaluate whether things are working or not. You don't get to just let other people tell you that things are working. You need to be able to evaluate for yourself if it's working. And you know whether something's working or not. Okay, great. So now you know you got a vision. You know how to evaluate whether something's working or not. And CEOing is being able to make executive decisions. You got to call some shots, CEO. You got to have the courage to make the necessary changes such that your business is moving in the direction you need your business to move in whatever area that is. If it's in the marketing department, make the changes. If it's in the product development department, make the changes. If it's in the accounting department, make the changes. If it's in the sales department, make the changes. You got to make the changes, CEO. That's not your upline job to do that. You came to this network marketing business as a business in partnership. And when you recognize that, then it's your responsibility to assess your situation. You can collaborate in all this and get feedback from what's happening with others if you like, but that should just be from an info gathering standpoint. That should just be from data gathering. That should not be because that's the determining factor for what you're going to do or not do. You are your own business when you join that network marketing company. You should be running your business and you should be making money in your business, whether some people are joining a network marketing business or not, because the network marketing business is just a part of the business. It is not the business. You should be making money from multiple streams of income within your machine, not that network marketing business is the machine. Because if the machine stops working and all you've got is the network marketing business, then you, my friend, you are out of business. And I have been out of business before. Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to be at $80,000 this month and then be at $2,000 next month because there's no check. Trust me when I tell you, you want to be in a position now where you are building up residual income from income stream 1, from income stream 2, from income stream 3, from income stream 4, 5, 6, 7. But what you don't want is to have it in a disjointed fashion. You don't want to have income stream 1 over there and income stream 2 way over there and income stream 3 over in the basement and income stream 4 where you're running all around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to manage all of these unrelated types of businesses. But when you realize that you can actually have multiple streams in related businesses, that they all fit nicely together inside of a machine through a seamless, systematic way, that is going to be your best bet to be able to have one person come in and buy multiple different things. Just like if you owned a boutique, a person who owns a boutique would love it if a shopper came in and they bought a dress, they bought a bag, and they bought some jewelry. Don't you want them to buy multiple things? If they see multiple things, 2 dresses. Or do you only want them to buy the one dress? Or would you have a boutique where you don't have nothing in this boutique right here is just only dresses. And then you got another boutique around the corner that's only shoes. Then you got another boutique down the road across the lane that is only bags. And the only way you can get the customer that came into your dress shop to buy a bag is you would have to drive that person over there or physically talk to this person about what's over there. Then you got to hope that person want to drive themselves over there and buy a bag if they got time because they late for getting home to their children. It would make sense to just have the bag, the shoes, the dress, the jewelry, all of that in the one boutique. So when I walk through the door and I got the party I got to go to on Friday, I can buy my elegant dress. I can buy the cute little diamond studded bag that goes with it, that goes across. I can get the amazing heels that I want that match perfectly with the dress. And I can get some accessories right here in this box. I can swipe my card one time. I can get my bag of goodies. And I can walk out the door, go home, and get myself together and don't have to be running around to 5 different places. If you want a streamlined business, you want to have all the related things inside of the one machine, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want the stuff all over the place. Doesn't that just make more sense? Especially for some of you guys that have multiple things that you are in. You're in an affiliate program here. You're in a network marketing company here. You're in 2 network marketing companies. You're in, like, what are you doing? Just put them all in one box and let your buyer come through there and, buy what they want to buy. Be a CEO. Oversee your business. Make sure it's functioning and maneuvering the way it should be. Don't be the person running around like the employee all around to trying to get the water for everybody and trying to make sure everybody is good with the speaker. And now you are the speaker, and now you got to go get dressed. Oh, wait a minute, you are the audio visual person too. Oh, wait, now you're the person that has to go make sure that all of your guests are sitting in the front, the seating chart. Oh, wait, you're the person that has to make, come on. Enough is enough. It's 2024. We want to work less. We want to make more. Working less doesn't mean not work at all. Working less means we're going to shift what we're doing while we're working. We're not going to be working in the business. We're going to work on the business. We're going to work on it. So we have a system where people can maneuver themselves in. Our job is to get people to it. And then we can assess what's going on every 30 days. We can assess what's going on every 90 days, every quarter. And we can make necessary adjustments as we go. Not still be trying to figure out how you're going to make $150 because this don't make no sense. Like that, we can't do that. So all of this talking that was doing was really about how to turn a network marketer into an entrepreneur. Do you guys get the model now of how to turn a network marketer into an entrepreneur? Did I fulfill that? Hopefully I fulfilled that. And the simplest way for you to be able to do that is to get myth. You got myth? What is myth? Myth is the multiple income funnel. Now, I'm not going to sell you on it. What I want you to do is I want you to go to the description in the link, go to the description to get the link. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, whether you're watching this on Facebook, go to the appropriate description. If you're on YouTube, the description is under the video. If you're on Facebook, the description is probably above the video. But go to the description. Click on the link that says Got Myth. And I want you to watch that video. Put your name and email. I want you to watch that video. And when you watch that video, it's either going to speak to you and make sense, or it's not going to speak to you and not make sense. And if it doesn't speak to you and doesn't make sense, then it's not for you. And that's the point. We want to talk to the people that it's for. If it does talk to you and make sense, then you want to get myth for yourself. You want to get started with myth for yourself. That's the way this works. It's simple. Either you see the information and it resonates and it makes sense for you, or it doesn't. If it doesn't, that's okay. We're not the right solution problem matchup. We're not the right message market match. That's okay. But in the event that it does speak to you, in the event that you do want to have a more streamlined business, in the event that you do want to sign more people up, but you're tired of running all around, and for your efforts, you make nothing. You make nothing for the effort. You only make money when the sale happens, when the enrollment happens. What if your effort through the myth, you could make money for your effort? And even if nobody signed up, you still make money for the effort. That's what I want you to be able to be in position to do, is you've got to put yourself in a cash flow position, whether you're making money, where you can make money, whether or not somebody joins the network marketing business. If someone does join a network marketing business, then that is a primary goal that you have. Fantastic. Continue to build the business, but build the business systematically and don't go broke trying to do it. You want retention in your team. And when I say retention, I don't necessarily even mean just people staying active in terms of their financial commitment. I'm talking about the retention of people's attention, their desire to help you build this business, their excitement about being in partnership with you in a business that you align with, that you've aligned with them in. See, you can be retained financially, but it's you doing all the work, still trying to keep everything together. But we also want retention through attention. I want people paying attention to the business if they're in the business. I want us to be able to go on trips and do things together. I want us to put on events or virtual events or masterminds and things that we do together, because we've got a group of people that are of like mind that actually want to contribute to the community, not just individually, but collectively as a whole. But if you're the only person who's attentive to the business and everybody else is retained financially, but nobody's engaged, it won't be long before you're disengaged too. What makes this business fun is when you got other people. It's a community. Well, a lot of people fizzle out because they ain't making no money. So let's solve that. Let's solve that. You're going to have to learn some feeding the system skills, but that's the marketing. And that's the easy part to teach. All the other stuff, the hard stuff, already done for you. Already done for you. And it's effective and it's efficient. And it's lucrative and it works. And it's residual on top of the other residual thing that you got. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're a network marketer and you are ready to have a business where you can make money whether somebody joins or not, where you can streamline your processes, where you can make sales without having to do the selling and telling yourself, where you don't have to do all the heavy lifting, where you don't do all the training, where you don't have to feel like you need to do the presenting, where you can go out of town and still have a business that's running without you, ball and chain to the team. If you want those types of things, if you want to feel confident about what you're doing again, if you want to believe that, hey, I can really make money on this internet and I don't have to learn all this other stuff because I've leveraged myself against others who already know how to do it. I want to have a Wi-Fi business. I want to have a business where I can work anywhere in the world. I want to have a business where I could be at the pool and I could be working or not. I want a business where I go to sleep. When I wake up, I got sales on my email that's telling me I made some sales overnight. If you want a business like that, you need to get NIF. So see the description for the link, watch the video, and get yourself plugged in. I hope this was valuable to everyone that is watching. If you started this in the middle, make sure you go back and watch the replay at a later date. I will be back next Wednesday with our Whhattt family with another topic, another training, another concept to help you excel, move forward. And by the way, let me just say, on average, I am back to recruiting like one person a day. Actually, more than that, because it's only been like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I have like 48 people signed up. So when I have a group that's called Recruit One Rep a Day, it's because I know how to do it. And I'm doing it presently in your face. Right now, I'm doing it. I'm not telling you about what I already did. I'm doing it. And I'm inviting you to do it with me while we're collectively doing the thing that we should be doing, which is recruiting, helping others, and showing people how to do it. I can't get no better than showing you how to do it than by doing it. And by teaching you what I'm doing while I'm doing it, so you recognize, like, oh, shoot, she is doing it. Let me hop to it because I should be doing it too with her. Don't watch me, do it with me. Let's do it together, all right? You guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I will see everyone next week. Same place, same time. Bye, guys.